that in a match and segment that involved the DMD was a clear miss for me, a clear delete for me. It's a bummer to say that. SPD, what did you think about this matchup? I know this one was a controversial one, very popular on AEW Botches. That Twitter site sucks, by the way. But SPD, what were your
thoughts? Unfollow that.
Yeah, no doubt. Block that out. What were your thoughts on this one, man?
So here's the thing. What I took out of this, and like what we do here at Dynamite Download is see the positive and spread positivity and uplift others. I think they booked Jamie Hayter in a really good way to make her look and feel like a dominant beast. I was reading some comparisons, a possible Jade or a Statlander type of, strength wise and way to dominate a match. And even though there was some, flubs within the flow of this, maybe some ring rust or whatever. But I think all in all, we saw a mercenary develop for the DMD, which the crowd was so hot for the DMD. I think we saw what needed to be seen out of Hayter to prove that she can be like, the right-hand woman for DMD, do the dirty work, because it was a good pairing in terms of the size difference, because so you can see how dominant and how strong someone could be and throw them around. And I think that Hayter, was able to pull an audible when needed and kept the flow going as best as possible and finish the match as best as possible with given the cards that were dealt. And so there was no panic that I saw. And so I appreciate that. And I think that was good props to that. And I like the dominant performance. And I think, having the DMD out there, and then we, later on we saw Statlander come out, and then the match was officially announced, DMD versus Statlander, which is the one we're really looking forward to, a title match that's going to be absolutely incredible, because both of those are leaders of the women's division and obviously undefeated since their return, Statlander. But all in all, what did you think of, let's look at the positives, Hayter's, re-debut performance?
I appreciate you quickly getting me unplugged from Twitter, because my God, if you're in social media too much, you can really get some negativity. So that's why we're here. You're right. Thank you for the reminder. And I'm shocked that you had to convince me to gush over a Britt Baker segment, because honestly, when I think about it at all out, there are very few contenders that I'd like to see the DMD step in the ring with more than Statlander. Ever since she's come back, she has been absolutely on fire. Statlander has really clearly come back motivated. She looks like she's in the best shape of her career. Her offense is so unique in the landscape of AEW, SPD. I know that you're a Luchasaurus guy. Statlander feels like a Luchasaurus of the women's division. Big, strong, athletic as can be. Just a really fun, unique character. Doesn't need to talk really at all to get over and connect with the crowd. She's really connecting and hitting. It's going to be interesting how they book this match at All Out, because obviously the DMD is going to have a couple tricks up her sleeve. And that Jamie Hayter tonight, the positive from tonight, if there was any doubt that Jamie Hayter could play that role as a powerhouse and basically be that buffer between the women's division and Britt, tonight she silenced that. I mean, some of those lariats that she threw, you could tell she was the thing that I liked. The thing I liked about Jamie Hayter, and I'll make it quick, but the thing I liked about Jamie Hayter from the get-go, even when we saw her at the beginning, is that Hayter kind of enjoys playing to the crowd. If you watch her, she'll give people a wet willy. She likes being a bully. Jamie Hayter likes kind of rubbing her opponent's nose in it, and I think that attitude, that kind of grimy, badass bully mentality will fit with the DMD very, very well. And then you got Rebels cackle in the background, laughing hysterically.
Oh gosh,
they're gonna be intolerable, and I think that's a good thing for AEW. That Britt is gonna start calling it, Brit-Cago when we get to Chicago. Everywhere it's gonna be Brit, the United States of Brit, Britopia. This whole country is gonna be about the DMD. SPD, I think that you're right. I think that, looking at the positives, Hayter definitely, this was a showcase for her, right? And I think it's a nice lead up into what we're going to see it all out. Statlander got to make the save and clearly looks strong. But, when I think about opponents for DMD, it's evident that Statlander is going to push her in a different way. I'm intrigued to see how that plays out at all, especially with Britt still nursing an injury. That's going to be an interesting one.